welcome back to my channel. I'm here for another video. Of course, if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting for, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get into me styling this beautiful hair that you saw in the intro. I'm so in love with this color. I already straightened the wig, but I just need to style my bangs. So I wanted to just film me finishing up the style of how I'm actually going to wear the wig when I do wear it out. It's pretty late here, so I'm not going to be wearing it outside, but I'm just going to give you guys a really as quick as I can review on this hair and style the hair, and then that's it. We can all go home, go to bed, and then wake up the next day and watch my next video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so this is the finished look as far as styling. What I just did was very simple, but it was just pretty much, if anybody was wondering how to get kind of like this little flare bang or whatever. And of course, if you're going to be wearing this all day and you don't want it to drop, I would definitely spray some hairspray on it to make sure that it holds. But just a few details about just the color of this hair before I even start reviewing it and telling you how I feel about the hair. I did dye the hair myself. I colored this myself. I did the whole ombre thing, and I used 3 different dyes. The brand that I used was Adore, whatever it was. I will give you guys the shades down below as well, but the brand that I used was Adore. The shades, this lightest shade on the bottom is Jade. The next shade is Baby Blue, and the shade on the top is Royal Navy. And I must say that I am, baby, I am in love. Like, I'm just in love with this whole color. This is my first time ever purchasing 613 hair, and I really just like how the color took, and obviously this hair takes color well. So note that if you're looking for something like this, or these colors, I would definitely recommend getting those 3 colors that I just mentioned. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into the review. But I got this hair from Ali Pearl Hair from AliExpress. They are AliExpress vendor, and they also have an online store. And the bundles that I purchased got all 10 inches, 10-inch closure, and 3 10-inch bundles. That is what I got, I think. Either way it goes, I'm gonna leave the link below and you can decide what length it is that you want. I got the shorter side because I knew I was going to cut it into this pretty blunt cut. And I wanted you guys to be able to see the back as well, to see how the colors radiated. I hope that showed well. But yeah, so as I stated before in my last review, and I think I'm going to say this in every single review, this is not a sponsored video. Hopefully I will get some sponsored videos too, but this is not a sponsored video. I purchased this hair with my own money. And of course, tips on buying virgin hair is do your research, look at reviews. Don't just look at my review and just take my word for it. Get others' opinions. I am not a virgin hair expert. I've been wearing virgin hair for a while, and I think that I know it pretty well, but there's always something new that can be learned, and there's always a hair professional that may know something that I may not know, or somebody that has been working with the company directly. You just never know. So look at other reviews, take them with a grain of salt. Sometimes people lie. I ain't got time to be getting on here lying to y'all, but yeah, take it with a grain of salt and purchase at your own discretion. Communicate with the seller as well about what it is exactly that you want. Tips or suggestions with that, like I said in my last video, is you can let the seller know that you are going to review it on YouTube, even whether you are a beauty guru or not. And even if you are a beauty guru or not, I suggest just doing a review on YouTube or wherever else as well. Just let them know how you feel about the hair and the service, because we could all use some room for improvement. Okay, the shipping. I tend to order stuff in the middle of the week for whatever reason that is. So I received it the following week, I want to say on like a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I ended up sewing the weave onto a cap. And when I first received the initial bundles, just like any other 613 hair, I feel like it's kind of hard to avoid getting a 613 hair that isn't like yellowish. So it was kind of yellowish, but it didn't have an odor or anything like that. Wefts were completely fine. So I washed it with the Shimmer Lights shampoo, and that pretty much toned out the hair itself. I didn't have to use any type of toner or anything like that. So that toned out the hair for me. So it kind of made it kind of like a silvery whitish kind of color, but I was fine with that as long as it wasn't looking yellow. I was completely fine with that. So as far as the shipping and receiving it, all of that was great. I had great communication with the seller. I let the seller know, of course, that I would be doing a YouTube review, and that was pretty much it. They let me know the tracking, they let me know all of the information beforehand. So let's go ahead and get into the hair quality, how it wears. I have worn it several times, and honestly, when I first got the hair, I washed it, I conditioned it, and I haven't really had to go back and do much maintenance to it, except on the closure. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I first put it on my head before I put the mousse on it, this closure has a lot of flyaways. I don't know what that's about. Honestly, I really don't know what that's about, but that is my biggest con with this hair that I don't like, is that the closure has a bunch of flyaways. Sure, it lays down with the mousse, but I feel like when you're buying hair from anywhere, you really shouldn't have to deal with that. And I don't know why the roots of this closure has a bunch of flyaways. I really don't understand that. So that's kind of like a con for me when it comes down to the hair with the closure. I feel like the company could work better with their closures. Granted, this is my first time purchasing from them, and I didn't say anything to the seller because it wasn't a big deal to me. But I'm saying that on this video, you know, I feel like if it is a big issue for you, you should contact the seller. And definitely, if I decide that I want to order from Ali Pearl Hair again, and I do receive a closure that is like that, I will definitely be contacting the seller and letting them know, because no, I'm spending my money. I'm spending my coins, okay? So, you know, yeah. But other than that, I feel like the quality of the hair is actually good. Like I said, I've had the hair for a while. I have cut on it, trimmed it, obviously I've colored. I haven't done too much maintenance to it as far as like straightening it. Like once I straighten it, it's pretty good for a while. I don't really have to even go back and like bump the ends all like that. But and I have worn it a few times. I also don't wear it that often, but still I don't feel like I have to do a whole lot to it to keep it straight and, you know, keep it for the desired look that I have in my head. I usually just wear it straight. I haven't curled or anything like that, but I feel like, you know, if I was to wear this out, pop a little hairspray on it, I feel like it would be perfectly fine. Because anytime that I don't just throw it in my closet or whatever, the closure has laid down with the mousse as far as the flyaways. So one of the reasons why it wasn't a big deal to me. As far as tangling at the nape, I haven't experienced any tangling at the nape, and I don't feel like I will experience that like that, just because this is straight hair. So it is true to pictures in length as far as how the hair looks. It is 613 hair as well. Shedding, shedding, I haven't really had any shedding with this hair, to be honest. The wefts are double wefted as well, and of course, like I said in my last video, I don't seal my wefts or anything like that. I do the fold over method and tie it down to the cap, and then I just keep sewing. So the expectations, my expectations for this hair are that I would say this is a good hair. As far as buying from this vendor, like I said, the only thing I don't really like, my only con with this hair overall, is that the whole flyaways at the closure. I really just don't like that. But like I said, it was at my discretion to not contact the seller and say anything. But I feel like with the way that the seller was communicating with me, as far as like giving me the tracking information, answering any questions that I may have had, I feel like they would be good about, you know, getting the issue resolved. So that's the only con that I have with the hair. Other than that, it took the color awesome. It took the color great. So I'm very happy with that. I will definitely say that it's still very soft. Usually with virgin hair, if it starts getting a little bit tough or dry, I should say, I would just recommend conditioning the hair. So I would just recommend, whenever the hair feels like that, conditioning the hair, and then it should snap back to where it was. It's just really giving it a good deep condition, and that could just be using some regular conditioner and letting the hair sit overnight, washing it out the next day, and instant boom, honey, you got you a good deep condition, okay? Other than that, I give the hair a 4 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I'm giving it that 4 just because of the closure. But other than that, as far as the communication and my satisfaction with the actual hair itself, the bundles, I could say that I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with the way that the color took and all of that. And other than that, like I said, I wanted to make this review just still detailed, but as quick as possible. I'm sorry if I was rambling. I'm rambling right now. If my nail is broke, I'm sorry if I was rambling. But yeah, this is a review on this hair. Go ahead and get you some. I'm definitely going to go back and get me some more 613 hair. Let's pray that they give me a good closure, because ain't nobody got time. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. As I said before, subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments down below because I know you got something to say. You know when we come to this page, honey. You know when you come to this page, we all gon' slay. Adjust your crown, know your worth, know the beauty inside of you is always first. And I will see y'all in my next video.